So here's what I mean, like, when people look at me, they think I'm young, they think I'm naive, just all the things, and that's fine, because it keeps them guessing. I'm one of those people where it's like, don't judge a book by its cover, like, at all. Because even if I was dressed up nice and all that, I'm still gonna be treated like I'm young. It's just my aura, honestly. I have a child's heart, and I prefer it that way. I don't want to be all cold, and the whole world just, like, wants to judge me and tell me what I need to be and who I need to be, and I came here to be myself. That's the whole point. I didn't come here to be you or to be like you. That's not my journey. It's my journey. Like, I don't have to prove to anyone who I am. The right people will see you for you. And a lot of time, the people that don't look into you are very shallow, and they're not actually coming in to, like, know you. They're coming in from the mask. I'd much rather just be myself. Like, I'm not higher or lower than anyone. It's equality. I'm sick of the hierarchy of culture. Like, just because you look rich or put together doesn't mean that you are. There's so many people that just, like, pretend to be. That doesn't mean that's true. Like, you see, like, actual rich people and stuff, they don't show it off. Like, they've worked hard for it. They don't have to be showy. They don't have to go buy a boat. They don't have to have some ginormous house that they don't need. Like, everybody gets to choose their own choices, and that's theirs. And if you want to judge them on it, that's on you, not them. Just as a person, I would want to talk to somebody who's just chilling, that you can talk to them. They can understand you, whether you're the homeless person on the corner or you're a bigwig CEO. I'm very versatile. You can look at a person and not see them. You know what I mean? You meet people's mask first, and it takes you a while to actually break past that mask, because somebody could be well put together, all these things, and give you this really nice mask, but on the inside, they are a mess. A whole mess. When you're a godly person, you don't have to tell people you're a godly person. You don't have to look like a godly person. It's your internal beliefs, your values, your morals, your integrity. That is the actual defining factor. Because people can tell you who they are, but a lot of times they'll show you who they are. The way people view things of, we can play pretend long enough to paint this picture of who we are, right? That doesn't mean that's who you are. And that's all an ego thing. Anything with attachment. I mean, study Buddhism, God consciousness, and the way that we're supposed to live. You don't have to choose that, but by choosing that, you're creating a better world for yourself internally and for those around you. You just naturally have a healing effect on others. That's what makes you a healer. You can't heal other people. You're the conduit, the catalyst, the initiation of their healing, but they have to do that work for themselves. Looking for a specific person, a specific feeling, a specific outcome. Be a healer, you don't have to look like anything. You don't have to be like this picturesque thing. You don't have to look like a witchy woman in the woods. You don't have to be in flowy dresses. You don't have to be running naked on a beach. The universe asks for healers. It doesn't ask for actors. You don't have to look a part to play a part. You just play your part. You are who you are. And you don't have to explain yourself to others. We're here to be ourselves. And that's all there is to it. My version of things, I come at things in a very raw form, because we're all healing. We've all dealt with trauma. We've all dealt with karmic lessons. We've all dealt with these things. Like, I'm not above, like, crying over some things. I'm not above, like, manically laughing about some shit that happened and then you, like, figure it out. I'm not above anyone or below anyone or anything just because of how I appear or how I personally go through my life. I've always had a healing presence, and I'm healing people I don't even know. That's just my auric field. And I don't even have to do anything a lot of the time, but just simply exist, and it'll happen. You don't have to necessarily, like, do anything to facilitate others' healing. It's being that mirror, that reflection to others. And a lot of the time, people not liking you or hating on you has literally nothing to do with you. it's the reflection. It's something triggering in them, like, oh, I don't like them, I don't like the way they look, I don't like the way they speak or dress or anything like that, or their mannerisms, shit like that. That's a them problem. That's a them problem. That's a them problem. That's a them problem, right? It has nothing to do with you. Nothing. Not a damn thing. So when people are like trying to like get at you, trying to take jabs at you, trying to verbally just cut you down, that's where it's coming from. And a lot of times, it's probably not even coming from you. A lot of times, people are projecting on themselves of what they are or aren't on others. It has nothing to do with ourselves. The great thing about, like, so like saying in human design, I am an incarnation cross of individualism. I have one of the more rare aura types. I have one of the more rare profile lines. I have one of the more rare incarnation crosses. I have one of the more rare Myers-Briggs. I have, like, there's just so many things. Like, stop trying to make me into everybody else when I'm not everybody else. And, like, people can put their expectation, their assumptions, their projections, whatever they want to do. That doesn't mean that they're right. Nor is it deserving. And don't internalize those things. So a lot of times, it has nothing to do with us. Like, I know there's people that will just get so freaking irritated with me just simply existing, just sitting here, just doing something, like doing nothing. It doesn't matter. Like, something within them is triggered like a mother with me. I'm not doing anything in particular, but I mean, we all have our own walk. We all have our own walk. We all have our own journey. And that's all it is. We're just triggered reflections of things we like and what we don't like, and that is all personal opinion. Because what somebody else doesn't like, somebody loves. You know? That's just how the world is. We all have our own freedom to choose. It is our free will. That is our God-given right. You know, just astrologically speaking, being a Cancer, I am literally a different person every 2.5 days. I shit you not. My energy will shift like that. Literally, like, all of my rulers are the moon, and that shifts all day long. All day long, and in a completely different energy in another 2.5 days. Like, literally, the only thing that is constant is the constant shifting of me and my energy. And you have to learn how to literally flow, be like water. Like, the rest of my chart is fully mutable. I literally mutate to whatever I need to. Healing is not pretty. It's not rainbows and butterflies, and at times it is. But like, true healing is destructive and angry and depressing and just downright horrible, but necessary. And a lot of times it won't feel like that in the moment because it sucks, but it's what you get out of that. And like, there's so many people that don't even get to that other side. So if you're getting to that other side, if you've gotten to that other side of that situation, that lesson, whatever, like, seriously, pat yourself on the back. For real. Like, if you can't celebrate yourself, who's going to? Who's going to? Because I've only had me to celebrate me. Even when everybody else wants to tear me down for it, that's just literally a reflection of them. Like, you're mad that I'm not doing well? Has nothing to do with you. Mad that people will purposely put obstacles in my way and then I get over them? Then they're mad at that too. They love to see me suffering. And a lot of times I just won't even give them the freaking joy in hurting me most of the time. Like, it's just funny to me. It's just funny. You have to laugh at it. You have to fall in love with the insanity of it. Like I said in a previous video, you literally have to fall in love with the insanity of healing, of the journey, of the process, of the chaos and destruction and creation and rebirth and all the phases. They all make you you. Don't be afraid of that. Don't feel down by that. We're exactly where we're supposed to be for a reason. We don't bloom at the same time. We're not here to be the same. It's the world that's wanting us to be the same, be conditioned to sameness. You know, doing the same thing, having all the houses look the same, having all the yards look the same, having all of our hair the same, or what we wear the same, or whatever. Dude, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna be over here being me. And whatever you want to do for you is for you. Crow's been talking to me all week. There's so many people, personally, that I know get so offended by you healing because they benefited off of your brokenness. Like, they needed you to be broken to make things in their life better, make them look higher than you. I've dealt with a lot of narcs in my life that will purposely hold me underwater just to laugh at me drowning and be like, oh, we gotta start drowning, ha ha ha, oh, man. Like, what? People don't make sense. Those are disgusting people that I don't like to be around. And then they say they want you to do better, but then when you do better, they don't like that. They don't want you to do better. They don't actually want you to do better, and they sure as hell don't want you to do better than them, so then it makes them somehow look worse than you. It doesn't matter. Why does everybody make it a damn competition? Just be a better you than you were. How, like, that's all it is. Everything else is just a sign of ego, and it's just dumb. It's just dumb. And that's another thing. Everybody's success doesn't look like another person's success. Success can be as big or as little as you want it to be. Success can be a task. It could be a whole degree. It could be a whole lifetime. It could be a job. Only you can be the judge of your own success and your own failures. Because even when you think you're failing, many times it'll turn around and you weren't even failing at all. It's just others wanted you to view yourself as failing. That doesn't mean you were. That doesn't mean you are. You know when you can do better. You know when you should do better. You know when it's your expectation that you want to do better and when it's somebody else's. And also knowing the difference is a very important part. Just the act of you loving yourself, no matter where you're at, it literally turns you into an unstoppable force. Like, it literally, love for yourself. You move mountains. Having faith in yourself. Having the courage to overcome and to not, like, get at yourself when you didn't do as well as you could have or should have or wanted to. It doesn't matter. Move forward. Let the emotions come in. Let all the bullshit come in. Let all the cause and effect come in to things. Move forward. We're allowed to feel. We're allowed to go through our healing process. And then we're so afraid of the future because we're still stuck on past things. People want to bring up shit from 25 years ago. Like, bro, are you the same person from 25 years ago? Hell no. Then why are you thinking that I'm that same person? Really? That's just dumb. That's just dumb. The thing is, the people who are so adamant about proving you wrong or making you look bad or whatever, they're not on your side anyways. Any sort of miscommunication, any sort of anything, it's going to set them off to betray you. Those are not your people. I don't care if they're your friends, your family, your lover, your kids. I don't care who they are. They're not for you. They want to use you, take from you. Those are not your people. Here's the thing. People will be mad at you because they think you think you're better than them. It's from them. You think that. Not me. I don't think I'm better than anybody. Not at all. We're all equal in our own sense. Like, we're all supposed to have our own unique gifts, abilities. I don't know why people like get at other people, especially when you don't like know them. Like, you haven't walked a foot in their shoes. You don't know what they've been through.